Welcome to Vember. I'm your host, Kylie Savage Psychic, and this is a Vember Oraclecast. You will not believe that I've sat here for the last almost 2 hours trying to get myself, well, not sat here for 2 hours, but probably a good half hour trying to get myself organized to film this. So I'm trying to film this in Zoom this time because Zoom captures the audio, which then, for us content creators, we can always find another use for it somewhere else. I've been loving playing with an app called Headliner, which a marketer called Natasha Berta from Connector Marketing. Shout out, Natasha. Thanks for all your help so much lately. Um, which she put me onto, and it's terrific. It makes a little video of your audio. I'm not really a tech person, but I love tech and I love being creative with tech. So if you ever want some handy hints about things like that, or you want to find out what I'm up to regarding marketing, tech, all the biz things, get in touch. So how are you doing? Has October been nice to you, or has it been a bit naughty? We've got Halloween coming up, 31st of October. So exciting. Okay, so I found October bumpy. Again, another bumpy full-on month. And November is starting to fill up fast. So, we're right in the middle next month of the last quarter. And the weather is changing here. It's becoming humid and muggy. It's been sunny, hasn't been cross fingers, raining as much. So there's lots of changes coming up in the air. And I'm really excited about the things that I've got planned for November and December. And I want to let you know about those before we jump into our 5 card Oracle cast spread for November. So I'm going to get you to pick a number between 1 and 5 when we get there. And you're going to have your own questions. So your reading will be that much more personalized for you and for whatever's going on for you in your life right now. If you'd like to give me an update and tell me how your October's been, pop it in the comments. I love to hear. And if you're loving these videos, then I would love for you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notified when my videos come out, and share it with your friends. Don't let me be the world's best kept secret. Share away all my content, all my pictures, everything. Just share away. The best way, really, to stay in touch with my community is to join my newsletter list. So if you jump on the website, you can subscribe at the bottom of the first page. Just pop your email in there, and there's a subscription box, and you'll get sent a welcome email. And then I email people a monthly musings newsletter, and I just email you probably again once a month. If, say, I didn't get the Oracle cast into the newsletter, because you get a copy of this straight to your newsletter, or any specials or things coming up. And speaking of specials, I have a special offer. It's just for November. It's going to end on 30th of November, and it's called a bespoke Oracle experience. Isn't that great? What's that saying? Teach a man to fish? No, what is it? Feed a man a fish. Give a man a fish. What's the saying? Come on. What is it? Let me know. Give a man a fish. He eats for a day. Teach a man to fish and he eats for life. So that's the ethos behind my bespoke Oracle experience. You and I jump here on Zoom. We spend about an hour and we do a reading together. I take you through my proven process for reading Oracle cards, which I've perfected over my 11 years in business and my 20 years being in the psychic profession. And it's got to be close to 11 years of Oracle card reading. So I call myself an Oracle card expert, considering it takes 10 years to master something. We jump together on a Zoom call and I break it down for you. So, we go through how I connect to spirit and your intuition. I'm going to connect you. I'm going to hook you up with spirit, so that your intuition is flowing and you get boosted because I'm sort of giving your intuition, your connection to spirit a jump start. So you're borrowing the connection that I have, perfected and refined over all these years, cleared those channels. You're borrowing that so that you can connect your own intuition and your own team in spirit, your own spirit guides, angels, whoever is working with you, passed over loved ones, all of that. And then I take you through how I actually do a reading, and we craft an excellent open-ended question for you. See, there are key components of a fantastic oracle card reading, and there is a process which I have been using for all these years, which works time and time again so that I can access the information, have lots of clarity, have lots of confidence, be in the flow of what I'm receiving, and that, and in the flow of that higher wisdom, and then be able to deliver that reading. And when you're doing a reading for yourself, and you go away, you'll have those tools from that call, from this experience. So then you'll go away and you'll practice them, and you can get back to me, and I can give you feedback on your readings ongoing. I'm really not a one and done kind of person. When you join my community, you get access to me, whether it's through my free Facebook group, Kylie's Cubby, whether it's through a free clarity call that you book with me, or even if you book ongoing single sessions. But the thing is, I'm available. On my newsletter list, you can hit reply and we can start a conversation. You can comment on my posts on my socials. I'm on Instagram as well. And you can comment here on these videos. So I'm not going to work with you and then abandon you, or have all these barriers in place which make it hard for you to get access to me. That's not what I'm about. I'm about nurturing and caring for my clients. So once you're in my community, you're in my community. And this is an educational space, the space for you to get the best information for you and to have support while you process that information. So let me know if you're interested. It's $122 per session, and you can get in and book it. It will be limited places, and it's only to the 30th of November. If you want to pause this and go over and book that, you can do it on my website. So Bespoke Oracle Card Experience, available to the end of November. Okay, what else do I need to let you know about? Who is loving House of the Dragon? I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I don't know if you can see my little dragon. No, he's way down the bottom there. I have a dragon down the bottom that looks after my books. So since I was a little kid, I've been dragon obsessed. If any of you are old enough and you live in Australia, we used to get these St. George Dragon money boxes. And I remember the kids in kindy, I was about 4.5 when I started kindy. And they're like, what footy team do you go for? Because I went to Mount Pritchard East, which is like football territory. It's the southwest, the back of Liverpool there, and people were into their footy. My family was not a footy family, so I had no idea, but I knew I loved dragons. And I found out one of the teams was called, at that time, St. George. I think it's now St. George Illawarra, and they had the red and white. Very similar colours to St. George Building Society and my money box and my dragon. So I was like, oh, I go for St. George because I have a connection to dragons. And I want you to discover your connection to dragons too. So I'm creating a pop-up workshop, and it's on the 22nd of November. It's at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard, Sydney Daylight Savings Time. It's $22 per person. It will be via Zoom, and I am going to connect you with your dragon through a guided, channeled visualization. So you bring your pens, your pencils, your colored textures and everything, and you get to draw your dragon. You don't need to be a Picasso, don't worry. It's just a rough sketch, but process is what's important because it really establishes that connection to your dragon. I'll explain a little bit about dragons, where they come from, where they are now, why they're here to work with us. And then everybody, like the whole group, will receive a reading from The Dragon Oracle by Diana Cooper. Aren't they beautiful? So that's excited. Limited places. on hosting by Zoom. If you'd like to register to get all the details, send me an email. It's info@kyliesavage.com. And my name should be on the bottom of the screen, thanks to Zoom. So if you can spell my name properly, you can find me on all my things. All right, what else do I need to let you know about? Ooh, it's the second last Cuppa and Cards catch up. It will be on the 2nd of November, which is a Wednesday, I believe. It will be at 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Sydney time. Remember, we do have daylight savings. It's $22 per person. You prepay it via PayPal. We get together on Zoom and we have our group thing, and we'll be doing the same Oracle card spread, which I'm sharing with you today. So those 5 questions, we'll be unpacking it together. We do Zoom breakout rooms, and the feedback from Cuppa and Cards has been terrific. They are an amazing group of women. We get together, we have lots of fun. There's Q&A. I think people really find that valuable so they can ask an Oracle card expert all their questions. If you read tarot, you're more than welcome. It doesn't matter what cards you read. I can help you with that. It's more about having a fun, friendly experience, interactive experience, and enjoying our love of Oracle cards together in a social environment. Now, your first visit to Cuppa and Cards Catch Up, and I would love to see you there coming up not this Wednesday, coming up the first Wednesday of every month. I would love to see you then in November. Your first visit is free. And if you're a returning visitor and you bring along a friend, you both come for free. Isn't that awesome? Love that. Love free things. If you ever hang out with me, you'll see I love a good freebie. All right, so Cuppa and Cards, told you about how to meet your dragon. Oh, something else very exciting. Now, I'm going to let you know about this a lot because it's something we've got to be prepared for. And I know your calendar, like mine, is probably filling up fast in this last quarter of the year. On the 10th of December, which is a Saturday, I think it's probably about 1 o'clock, not sure, because I didn't write that down. Did I? No, didn't write it down. No, didn't write it down. Good on me. Okay, we're going to do the releasing ritual. So it's a releasing 2022 and invoking 2023. It's a magical ritual. It includes journaling, oracle cards, meditation. It's really great. And I found the last few years, we really want to release lots. And we're in this eclipse season, and the message is not to manifest more, just to keep cleaning the slate, just to keep releasing, letting stuff go. How do you let stuff go? People say, let go, let goddess, but how? How do you do that? I'm going to show you how. Isn't that exciting? And we'll do it together. Same thing, it will be a Zoom call. You will get the free PDF, and that is my gift to my community. So there's no charge for that whatsoever. There will be the buy me a coffee thing there, and I will put that as well in the comments. Anytime you love my work and you want to shout me a coffee, and then when I go and get my coffee, I will take a photo and I will say thank you, thanks for that, and I'll tell you where I had the coffee. Okay, and if you want to swap coffees, put your thing in there as well. Send it to me on Messenger or email. Put your link to buy me a coffee in there, and we'll buy each other a coffee. Isn't that a great idea? It's all about community, collaboration, connection, cooperation, all those code words. Not so much codependent, okay? We'll leave that one out. But it's about community. Going forward in these 2 years, 2022, we moved from 1-9, like the 19th or the 1900s. We moved into, the 2000s. And 2 energy is all about cooperation and balance. If you'll notice, the Meet Your Dragon call, it's on the 22nd of November. And it's at 2 o'clock. More 2 energy we can work with, the better. Okay, so is that everything? I'll let you know. Yeah, ritual for releasing. I've run that. I think this will be the 3rd year, and there's been some good feedback on that. People appreciated the PDF and liked the support to do that important release work. what is that analogy of like putting your hand in a cookie jar, and you want to get all the cookies out, but when you try and get them out, you can't. You have to let go of them, let go of the whole bunch so you can just get one or two out. So when you want to co-create new, more and new stuff in your life, the best way to do that often is to just assess, okay, what's in my life right now and what perhaps needs to go. And that reminds me, after November, we're going to have Declutter December. So make sure you subscribe and stick around for that one. That will be great. All right. So I want for you to take a nice deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. That's for me. Let's just arrive in this moment right here, right now. Sometimes the pace of life just gets really nuts. I mean, nothing's normal, is it, this year? And yet, yeah, we still can feel that pressure of winding things up, getting everything finished before the end of the year. And, we've all got our sights set on holidays. And, if we're fortunate enough to be able to get them and time off from work, if that's a possibility. And we're like, let's just get through this. And I don't know if you celebrate Christmas or not, if you're dreading it, you're like, oh, that time of year. But I really do feel like the hectic pace of life increases around this last quarter. So let's just decompress. Let's just breathe. Okay, and now I want for you to choose a number between 1 and 5. And I'm going to do our main reading from Colette Baron Reid's The Wisdom of the Oracle, and that deck. And that's my most favorite trusted deck. Look at it. I've like worn all the can you see it? Worn all the gold off it. Can't see it really. It did have lovely gold edges, and that's how long I've had it. This deck, I think I've had this deck for about 11 years. There you go. So giving it a good shuffle, you choose your number between 1 and 5, and that message and the question that I answer for you is just going to be a little bit more relevant to you, whatever is going on for you in your life. Giving the cards a good shuffle. All right. So I'm going to have to read out these questions because there's so many of them. Doing all new things. All new things. Change is good. New is good. You've got to keep things fresh. I realized I think I've been filming and having this channel for about 3 years now. And welcome to our new subscribers. It's been lovely. I've been sharing videos and posts about it, and had some new interest in the channel, so that's great. So if you're new here, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Okay. And let me know how you're going with eclipse. That was the other thing I didn't mention. So we had the new moon solar eclipse. Look, I should have it here. Okay. And then, so we had our full moon in Aries. That was on the 9th of October or the 10th, depending where in the world you live. And then we had it was on the 25th. Ooh, that bumpy new moon eclipse, solar eclipse where is it? I'm looking for it. No, wasn't it? Sorry. And I'll show you what I'm looking. There it is. It was in Scorpio. So this is the Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary 2022. You can get 2023. If I was you and you really want it, make sure you've gone to your bookstore or Booktopia, wherever you order your books, and order it now. I don't know if it's on pre-order or if you can get it already. If it's on pre-order it for sure. Okay, so what have we got coming up? Full moon eclipse in Taurus. So in Sydney, that will be about 11 o'clock-ish. If you're in London, it's 11 a.m. If you're in LA, it's 3 a.m. No, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. And New York, 6 o'clock. I'm not sure with these times. So that might be, sorry, London might be 11 a.m. That's exciting. And it is, I quickly read this and I thought it was interesting. Okay, so it's an amazing, potentially electric eclipse. Love Yasmin. She's so positive about eclipses. She says they're times of change, like change on steroids, like new moons and full moons on steroids. It's also taking place in the planet of radical change and sudden turnarounds, Uranus. So Taurus about material possessions, the body. It's an earth element, earth sign. Sorry. Yeah, it's connected with the earth element. Where am I today? I don't know. I need a lot more grounding. I've been doing my grounding exercises. Okay, the respective positions of the full moon at the time of the eclipse and the planet Uranus create a scenario that astrologers call partile, which means they are exactly the same degree in the zodiac. Interesting. This means it's time to hang on to your hats. Sudden changes are possible anytime now. Think money markets, big changes in money markets are possible. So go and consult your astrologer, your psychic, whoever you see about that stuff. If you've got to make big money decisions or move money around at that time, and go and look up the diary and see what else you can do. But for that full moon eclipse in Taurus, I would be looking at releasing, and just having a nice quiet time. But I just find these eclipses, you just got to keep your energy together and just live your life the way that you're living it, but just lower your expectations and just glide on through. Ask for extra protection, extra love, light, and healing. Ask to be carried through these times. Here you go. The secret with all full moon eclipses, and in particular with ones like this, is to let go of what no longer serves you. If you're clinging on to someone or something you know is toxic in your life, but you're continuing with, most likely for all the wrong reasons, I've never done anything like that. Don't know what you're talking about. Yes. Take a hint from the skies and let it go before the eclipse arrives. So remember, it's about the 8th of November. So letting go in that first week in November. Okay, releasing what no longer serves you voluntarily is much easier than having the eclipse unceremoniously rip it away. Okay, it's all right. We're going to be okay. We're going to be good. All right. I seriously, excuse me, need a tissue. Forgive me. And I had my hair cut and I can see all the little bits are hanging out now. I got some little bangs. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I thought I'm not going to get through this card reading without having to blow my nose. Oh dear. Need a sip too. And of course, the dog is going off at the neighbors. It's all happening here. And possibly my laptop battery will run out. See? Eclipses, they're bumpy. I'm still being bumped around. All right. If you chose question number 1, and this question does apply for all of us. So that is, what can we expect this November? What can we expect this month? What can we expect this month? Oh, this is cool. All right, I'm just moving this a bit. Hopefully not bumping my screen too much. Move that over there. What can we expect? Oh, this November. Give you a tip. If your cards are jumping around, sometimes it's because if you're reading for someone, you just need their energy to settle, just need to get them a little bit more grounded. Most often I find it's me. I'm the one that's not grounded and needs to just breathe. Just breathe. Okay, what can we expect this November, this Nowember? I called it Nowember because I wanted to look at, um, what are we looking at creating this November? What are we ready for now? Maybe that is not so much creating, it's letting go, but that's change. So what changes are we ready for? So what can we expect this November? All right, I'll just pull a card from there. So I cut my deck into four and I'm pulling the bottom card. Ooh, love. I like it. I like it already. So what can we expect this month? We can expect the focus, and this is still the anchor card as well, to be love. Whatever the question is, the answer is love, love, and more love. I'm not used to this Zoom frame. It's different on my computer. Okay, so when we see this card, usually we jump to the conclusion it's all about romantic love. It's not all about romantic love. This is about love in all its forms. But the message I'm getting for you, if you chose card number one, and for all of us, this message applies as the anchor card, is we do need more love for ourselves, for one another, for the globally, for the whole world, for our life here on this planet. Whatever the conflict is, whatever the problem is, whatever the challenge is to navigate, the solution is to apply more love. Now, love isn't wishy-washy. I don't know about your kind of love, but love has boundaries. Love can be tough. Love can be firm. Love can be insistent, and love can be enduring, and it can be strong. To have love, to express love, that's a strength, not a weakness. So Spirit is saying, let's look at all the areas, in our life, all the facets, everything that's calling our attention, like screaming babies, what's really going off at the moment and what needs more love. So, and what kind of love? Is love about upholding a boundary? Is love about letting something go? Is this love about being nurturing and compassionate, and especially self-compassionate? Is it about saying, I have little tolerance and patience for other people because I'm being intolerant and impatient with myself? So have a look and have a think about that. And if you are in relationships, how is your love? How healthy is your love? Take its temperature, take the relationship's temperature and say, how are things going? And sometimes, you can feel like your energy levels are really super low. You're at the, bottom, scraping the bottom of the barrel, and you need to dig deep. And the best thing to do is to pour more love in. I've been doing the 21-day journaling experience with in Kylie's Cubby, my free Facebook group. And today I've been working through the Dragon Oracle. Today I pulled the Lilac Dragon. Lilac Fire Dragon. And what it was pouring in more, like a higher form of divine feminine energy and love. And I was like, okay, well, purple and white. And to me, it was like that Saint Germain, the violet flame, with the white protective light that we can all access, and like a blending of those. And I felt like it was talking about blending. So the thing is, sometimes our love it needs to be blended and integrated with something else to make it stronger. So, perhaps our relationships need a little bit more time and patience. Perhaps we need to lower our expectations or change them. Maybe they're being unrealistic. And I really feel like a lot of us at the moment just need more space, more time to just, decompress, take good care of ourselves. And you have permission to do that. You've got to give yourself permission to do that too. You chose card number two. I don't have a timer on Zoom either, so I don't even know how long I've been here for. How can we make the most of this time? So how can we make the most of November? How can we make the most of November? All right, so splitting it again. All right, there we go. And picking the third pile and the bottom card. Ooh, the spider. Loving that. Okay, so it's love and it's creation. The spider is all about creativity. And I want you to think about being creative with your love and creative with your time. So maybe creative about how you receive and express love. I'd really love to call out to my son. I'm just going to quickly message him because our dog is going off and I can't do anything about it. It's terrible. God, he's just probably sitting there. Thank you. Can you grab her? Tries are working from home, honestly. Okay, spider, number 2. Forgive me. So it's a time of creativity. Look, even if you're feeling like there is a lot on your plate and there's a lot happening, it's a good idea to just, when those ideas come, and if you feel like you're in creative flow, but you don't have the time to really invest in that at the moment, just write it down. Just have a notebook, a journal, and just keep these ideas down. I find it's really like inconvenient. I have the best ideas, when I'm in the shower or when I'm out or when, I'm cooking or doing something else. And it's like, oh, if I don't write it down, it's gone. I mean, it may come back. I trust, what's meant for me is not going to go past me. It may come back, but it's like, yeah, you need a safe container. And it's about nurturing the flow of creativity and the ideas because, as you said, a lot of us have a lot going on. It's a really full on time of the year, but trust that and think creatively about maybe about gift giving, maybe about how you can stay in relationship with people, maybe about how you express your love, and maybe about how you feed and nurture your soul because creativity can be really linked with play. And as adults, we think that our playtime is over or to indulge in play. It's only something you do with your kids or your grandkids, or it's like something that you feel silly doing. Look, it's really super important. That's why I call my Facebook group Kylie's Cubby, and it's more play based. I'll never forget Louise Hay saying, not, while she was still here, not long before she transitioned, she said, I've changed my name from Louise Hay to Louise Play. And she talked about the importance of play. And I'm an early childhood educator, so I know about the importance of play for children. But the thing is, we're not taught enough about the importance of play for adults. So if you got card number 2, the message is to nurture, respect, and honor your creativity and your co-creativity with spirit. Find a way to honor it, even if it's just writing down ideas. Creativity is not just art and music and dance and everything. You can be creative with maths, with thinking, with tech, like I was saying before. But Spirit really want you to give some space, some time and thought to your play. All right, that was that one. Okay, card number 3. So your question is, I need somewhere better to put that. What challenges may you face now? All right, so this time in November, what challenges? Oh, see, it's me. What challenges may you face in November? I'm feeling very thirsty. Kids definitely keep you young, don't they? Whenever I want to find out about things, or like my daughter and I, we were watching House of Dragon together. That was great. But things, games and tech. I also find Mamma Mia. They help me. They keep me in touch with all the generations. I love Mamma Mia out loud. If you're a podcast lover, let me know. Okay, so poll number 2. Oh, High Priestess. I think she showed up in a reading not long ago. She might even be in October's reading. So if you chose card number 3, what challenges may we face now? The challenge is being disconnected from your intuition. And your intuition is your superpower. You need your intuition. You know why? Because it helps you make decisions in the moment, in the flow. When you're in the flow, in the moment, when you're being bombarded with information, you don't have time for pros and cons and Google research. Your intuition is so quick, so fast. You just got to keep that channel clear. So, 2, going back, love, creativity, intuition. So, the challenge is to stay connected to your intuition in your relationships regarding love, regarding creativity, regarding play, to trust your intuition. And you can apply this to other things. And we're coming up to that Taurus full moon, so it will be about money as well. So trust your intuition if you've got money questions, if you've got Taurus things, something about your body, material, wealth, possessions, all the rest of it. trust your intuition, and keep these channels clear. And look, you're going to hear it over and over again because it's bloody true. Meditate. Do something mindful or meditate. When you go for a walk, don't take your headphones. If you got to take your phone for safety, fine. Don't take your headphones. Take in, your environment and your senses and nature. Nature really connects you to your intuition and provides you with so much healing along the way. The high priestess, she is that divine feminine wisdom, and it's you trusting that wisest part of yourself. So if you feel disconnected from your intuition, especially recently, it's about slowing down, and meditation is about honoring. So prayer is about, asking the divine, asking them for support, thanking them for, their assistance and support. And meditation is the listening. Florence Scovel, she always said that. Prayer is the asking, meditation is the receiving, like and being, the divine feminine energy is the yin energy, being receptive and open. If you have struggled with your intuition, please get in touch with me and go and check out the Facebook group, because there is a free challenge in the Facebook group, 7 days more psychic challenge, and it's going to help you. I'm pretty sure I unpack intuition, what it is, what it isn't. Right, card number 4. We're getting there. Okay, where will the opportunities come from this November? Where will the opportunities come from? I tap my deck in between because I'm clearing it. I'm asking the question while I'm shuffling, and then tapping the deck clears it in between those questions. I'm picking card pile number 2. I'm going for Earth Fairy. Okay. I think we really are getting into that Taurus energy, which is coming along. Okay, so love, creativity, intuition, Earth Fairy. This is a real Taurus type energy message. So where in your life do you feel not so grounded, especially around love and relationships, around that self-love? The Earth Fairy is about nurturing the body, staying grounded, being connected, mind, body, and spirit, and taking, extreme self-care of you. So if you're thinking about health goals, how to, love your body better, how to love yourself better by taking good care of your body. If health is an issue at the moment, then this card is a reminder. There, trying to get the light off her. A reminder that is important now, and that is something worth investing in. Being playful with your movement. I find I get super bored. So I like going, 5 minutes of movement for me is playing with the dog and doing her training. Or I'm doing my 3 M's in the morning. So that's meditation. And then I get up, I leave my Insight Timer headphones on, and I get up and move around the house to, a mantra. I'm really loving that. Matthew J-Dev, I think it is, Duplessis. Forgive me, Matthew, screwing up your name. He's on Insight Timer. You can find him or find me on Insight Timer, and then I'll share the tracks I've been listening to. And Rama Dasa, Soha, like it's a chant, but it's got this brilliant music. So I get up and move around. Your habits work better if you stack them. And we are doing habit tracking in the cubby as well. That's a free voluntary thing. We support each other in creating and sustaining and maintaining our healthy habits. And we do that with Progress Art. So I can show you how to do that. Okay, love, creativity, intuition, and the Earth Fairy. Think about how these all go together. But this is about eyes on your health, your body, your wealth, money and finances, property, prosperity, all that sort of stuff. And I wouldn't be so much looking at setting goals for that this month, maybe a little bit, but I'd be looking at what's getting in the way of you creating, great health, or what's getting in the way of the self-love and the self-care. And perhaps it's time to move those things out, to take more things off your plate, because maybe it's not about, it's never about giving yourself a hard time and saying, I'm just too effing tired. I can't do all this shit now, when I get home from work, and I'm too lazy. And, it's not about doing all that. What if there's just a lot of things in the way, like delegating? Maybe somebody else needs to do the dishes and take the dog for a walk or whatever, or do the dishes so you can take the dog for a walk. You know what I mean? I'm getting there. Number five, we're getting right up to it. This is a lot. Five questions, five cards. It's a lot. But I want to take care of you. How can we best take care of ourselves? There you go. So that was a little bit of the Earth Fairy's message because she is about that physical health, grounding foundations. Yeah, so foundations too is about the routines in your life, routines and rituals, and linking and integrating habits together. Like I used to make my juice and wash the dishes at the same time because you got to wash the juicer. We got a new juicer. I'm so excited. I haven't played with it yet. We got the Nutri juicer. Don't worry, it's no affiliates here. Okay, so how can we best take care of ourselves this November? And then I'm going to wrap it up for you. And if you've watched all the way along, thank you. Please let me know in the comments if this message is resonating for you and how. And if there's any, if you're not quite clear on it, if there's anything that I can do to make it clearer for you, let me know. Okay, how can we best take care of ourselves this November? All right, third pile, bottom card. Ooh, I love it. The cow. It's so Taurian. We literally have the bull, really. What's a cow? Okay. Well, there's not a bull card, so I'm going to say this is the real Taurus energy. So I feel like we're building up. You can't see it there. Feel like we are building up to this Taurus energy and this next eclipse. So the cow is about nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. And I want you to think about love and relationships, what's perhaps out of balance at the moment. I mean, sometimes too, like I've been in a relationship for over 30 years and it's like hills and valleys. And sometimes you're both in the valley, like sometimes someone's got a bit more energy and feeling a bit more in love with the other one. So they can kind of, lend their energy and help you coast through any like rough patches. And sometimes you're both down there at the bottom and it's tough. It's tough. That's the time to be creative and to dig deep. And sometimes you need to look at things in a different way. Sometimes it is about loving yourself more, actually helps your partner feel loved because you're taking care of your own needs and you're not another thing for them to have to nurture and fix and all the rest. And look, you know you best. So what do you need? This card is really about needs. What do you need right now? What do you need? And like, where are your needs unmet and where are your expectations? Keep feeling like expectations are out of control at the moment. And everybody's sort of pushing and projecting their expectations onto others. So let's keep the focus here. What do you need? How can you get your needs met? And how can you meet them mostly for yourself? And you're connected to a source, an infinite source of power and love and strength and guidance and wisdom. So keep that channel clear between you and the divine, and it will nurture you. Ask for your finances to be blessed. Ask for them to be protected through this bumpy eclipse season. Ask for, those connections, those social connections, your community to be nurtured. And when you feel like you are scraping the bottom of the barrel, ask that the willingness is there for you to be open to more love and more divine inspiration and support. Your angels are there. Your dragons are there. You can find out about them if you join the workshop. You have so much love and support for you, but I get it. Sometimes we just feel really, really disconnected. And it's like doing self-care, doing the journaling, pulling a card. It's like, it's just too much. It's just another thing I have to do. So that means, there's balance and there's counterbalance. It means in some area of your life, perhaps you are overgiving, overdoing, overloving, overcaring, and you need to pull back a bit. You are connected to the source. of abundance and prosperity, which is infinite, endless. And there is no reason why you should be any less connected than anyone else. It's just us. Honestly, it's just us. It's just our stuff. And that's what we're here for. We're here to heal and grow and let go and be that open channel. And the more we open up to love, the more it comes in. It fills up all the spaces. My favorite prayer, and maybe you need to hear it right now, is thank you, Spirit, for coming in, wrapping me up in a beautiful golden blanket, whatever color you like, your holy magic, your protection, your love, and carrying me through this day. Just keep asking to be carried and supported and loved, and you will be. I'm Kylie Savage Psychic. This has been Now Vember Oraclecast. I'm so glad you were here to watch it. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And I'm going to see you in Declutter December. I'm so excited for that. And look, October went so fast. I reckon it'll be like, I'll take a breath and I'll be back here for that. Okay. Take excellent care of you. See you next time.